Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick a card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever changing. You are still the master of your own destiny.
Hello. Thank you for watching avivTarot. And today we are going to do another pick a card reading. And the pick a card reading is about angel messages for you that you need to hear right now, you need to know right now. Okay, we're going to draw 3 different cards. The first card will be what you need to know right now. The second card is going to be what you need to grow right now. Okay, and then the third is what you need to let go. And then we'll do a 4th card as well, where it's more like an advice card, okay, for you. So we have 4 different piles. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a pick a deck. So we're going to do on camera shuffling and pick out the cards together. And so if you need more time to pick the deck that resonate with you the most, you can pause the video. Otherwise, timestamps are going to be in the description box below as well as in the message box. Okay, so we are going to go with pile number 1. Alrighty, so pile number 1, let's zoom in. So the first card we're going to draw is what you need to know. What you need to know right now. Angel messages for pile number 1 that you need to know right now. And we have 6 of Ariel. This is 6 of Pentacles card. And it says on the bottom, material needs gets fulfilled in magic. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So, well, 6 of Pentacles is always about giving and taking. It's also about being generous to other people and then also getting it back as well. So if you've always been very giving, then maybe it's time for you to receive. And if you've always been on the receiving end, maybe it's time for you to give a little so that you can get more reward, get more in return. Okay, so it's about a give and take. But 6 of Pentacles is really good. This is what you need to know, is that if you've been giving out a lot, if you've been doing a lot of it's like charity work too, right? If you've been kind to other people, well, you're about to receive your rewards soon. You're going to be rewarded with actual practical things that you can see, feel, and see and feel, taste, all with our all 6 senses. It's something practical, right? Something grounded. It's a Pentacles card, so something solid. You're going to see some of that. But if you've always been on the receiving end, then what you need to know right now is that you gotta give now. Okay, you gotta start being charitable to other people. You should start to be generous to other people. Do a little bit of act of kindness, because it's, what goes around comes around, which means if you've done good deeds, it's going to come back to you eventually as well. So, and then over here it says material needs gets fulfilled in a magical and unexpected way. So I think also you're going to be able to receive abundance. Okay, and by this I mean like actual money. Okay, but for other people it could be something equivalent to money, right? Gifts from other people, some sort of a reward. So this is what you need to know right now. All right, so now let's take a look at what you need to grow. Okay, what area do you need to grow right now? What area does pile number 1 need to grow right now? There's too many cards. I just want one. What area do you need to grow right now? What area does pile number 1 need to grow? Let's see. Okay. Look at that, the world. All right, so what you need to grow, I believe, is that it's a major arcana card. So it's something pretty big, major. See, this is a minor, so I think you probably don't have to wait too long. Whatever this reward that's coming to you, I would say the quickest it could be happening tomorrow, right? The most that you could wait, you have to wait, I would say no more than 3 or 4 months. Okay, no more than 3 or 4 months. So you should be seeing this quite quickly. It's going to be coming around. And that also means if you have been on the receiving end, then maybe you should start giving to other people, be generous, volunteer your time if you have time, donation if you have money, and you should probably start that immediately, right? And eventually, I think you'll see some sort of a return to you within 3 to 4 months. So now, what do you need to grow? The World card, this is a major arcana. So that means like it's something big, something major. First of all, what you probably need to get out of your comfort zone, because the World card is about, being kind of encircled. And also maybe you need to broaden your mind, open your mind up, learn about other cultures if you've not been, like, right, you don't know about like other things like worldly matters. So maybe you need to learn more about that. And if not, then maybe you could travel as well if you can. Right now, a lot of places are opening up. Right now, the reading is timeless, but if you're finding this video during COVID, then travel could be quite limited, but a lot of places are opening up. So maybe you could travel to places that is getting better. But if you're watching this video way after COVID, then that's not a problem, right? So you should definitely start traveling. If you don't have money is kind of limited at the moment, then maybe it's time to start saving up for it so that you could go to places that you've always been wanting to go. And see, this is the thing, the 6 of Pentacles, you're going to be rewarded soon. So maybe you will be getting abundance, a sum of money. You'll be able to save some money so that you could do this, right? The world, travel, expand your knowledge. If you can't, then maybe you got to read a little bit, right? Maybe when is the last time that you actually read a book, right? And not just like book, if it's like leisure book like Harry Potter or something, that's okay, but I mean something that really is like food for thought, right? That it really like make you think. So I'm thinking more along the lines of like maybe biographies, or if you're not a reader, there's audiobooks that you can also listen to, right? Or there's always movies and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's a little bit different watching movies, and because it's very shortened. So I would really strongly recommend you, if you can, actually get a book and read, right? Or listen to an audiobook or something like that. But don't get the abridged version, because I noticed some of the audiobooks, they don't do the full actually version. They sometimes do the abridged. Listen to the whole thing, because it triggers a different part of the brain. Okay, so that's some of the things that you should probably grow right now, like that's like knowledge. Get out of your comfort zone. Oh, another thing is maybe it's time for you to start networking with people from different parts of the world, right? If you can. To me, this is also like the World Wide Web, internet. So expand. Maybe if this is like business related, then expand your business to different areas of the world, different parts. So that means like you probably need to do a little bit of research, right? So this is why you gotta educate yourself of different cultures, different knowledges, and of various things, so that you can be successful worldwide. What else? Yep, I think that's about it. Travel, knowledge, networking. And also what you need to grow Okay. And one last message about the world is that it is the last card in the major arcana card. So some areas of your life, maybe you gotta let go, close the chapter, because you're moving on. So obviously, because it's a major arcana card, it's not gonna be quick. So, but you probably want to start looking into wrapping things up. If there's projects that you've been doing that you kind of left hanging, half open, maybe you want to start wrapping those up so that you can move on to the next project, next level. So maybe there's some parts that of your life that you need to wrap up as well. Okay, so that's what you need to grow. And like completion, right? So if you've always been the kind that kind of procrastinate to like complete projects, or you've always started something and then you never finish anything, then maybe it's time to start finishing up those things, right? So that's that. Now finally, what do you need to let go? Okay, what does pile number 1 need to let go of? What does pile number 1 need to let go of? Okay. Oh wow, this is another major arcana card. This is the Epiphany, which is the Hermit card. Okay, this is the Hermit card. So what do you need to let go? Well, I think this is kind of interesting. Epiphany, Hermit. Well, Hermit is about seeking wisdom by yourself. It's about kind of detached from the world, right? Going within. So what do you need to let go? I think this is kind of interesting because this is two contrasting things, because this is about networking, right? Because we just talked about one of the messages is that where you need to grow is to expand, grow your network. But this is the opposite, where you kind of go within. You're excluding others from your life. So what you need to let go is stop being so antisocial. You gotta step out of your comfort zone, go out and network, expand your network if you haven't already. So what you need to let go is you have to stop being antisocial. You have to stop being like a homebody if you are. Also, this is about wisdom. So seeking knowledge on your own is not recommended, right? You want to do it in a worldly manner instead of like alone, solitary. So so instead of, the spiritual growth and all that stuff, you could still do it alone. But the thing is, like, it's really recommended that you go out, okay? You go out and expand your knowledge and search for your goals or higher purposes or something like that. Don't do it alone. Do it together with someone or a group of people. I think you might be able to learn from other people. That's the thing. You want to learn from other people instead of doing everything alone by yourself in solitary. Okay? So that's what you need to let go. Interesting. So now finally we're gonna do another card where it's just advice in general, a general advice for pile number 1, and we will choose this one. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, look at this. You have 2 major arcana cards and 2 pentacles cards. So this one is a 5 of Ariel, which is a 5 of Pentacles. It's just a general message for you is that, or advice for you, final advice is the being left out, right? The 5 of Pentacles, feeling stranded, feeling left out. For advice for you is that this is so interesting. This kind of reflects with each other, right? Like you really should not see, this is the thing. This is more like this is about feeling left out in the cold, being excluded from the thing. But I feel like with this card, because this is about what you need to let go, is that this exclusion is kind of like self-triggered. You purposely kind of blocked yourself from social circles and, you know, being a homebody and all of that. So you got to connect with other people. Others want to connect with you, right? They want to be there for you and all of that, but you kind of just do that on your own, where you don't, you just like, I want to be alone, leave me alone, that type of thing, right? So that's about that. That's just like a general advice for you. I feel this is kind of the same information, and also since this is advice, is that because it could be about because the Five of Pentacles is very good about like accompaniment, right? Going through the toughest time with someone. So that's why I said over here, what you need to let go is not do things alone. And this is also about like being kind of stranded with money. So if you are feeling a little short, like material wise, I think again, this Pentacles, Six of Pentacles is coming soon. This is kind of interesting because this is the 5 going into the 6. So this could be your current energy right now, is that you're feeling a little stranded. And when you feel like this is when you feel a little like feeling not like insufficient and not enough, like I mean monetary wise, sometimes we want to save or trying to stay on budget and all that stuff, which is good. But the thing is, if you can, even like $1 or $2 or $5, if you can donate it, or if you don't have money, like when I didn't have any money, I was thinking, you know what I could donate is my time. So you could do time donation as well, like volunteer at various places that you believe in, that you know that you want to help. So and I really do think that will help you bring this abundance sooner into your life. So that would be, this is kind of just the confirmation of combining this card and this card, really. Okay, so that's what I see for pile number 1. And if you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and enjoy my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, so for pile number 2, if you picked this deck, all right. So we're gonna draw the first card, which is about what you need to know right now. Okay, what does pile number 2 need to know right now? What does pile number 2 need to know right now? Okay, what is pile number 2? 6 of Thoughts. That's interesting. So that is the 6 of Swords. So what do you need to know right now is that a lot of like troubling times, or because this is about going into a calmer water, right? So like, see over here, peaceful times are on the horizon. I was just gonna say that, like, you're moving into calmer waters. If you've been struggling, if you've been in a lot of like conflicts with other people, well, calming peace is coming. Okay, the storms have passed, and now you can see that your destination is within sight. The stress in your life will begin to fade away, allowing for happier times. It may be necessary to take a journey over water to another country. So this is what I'm saying, like for some of you guys, 6 of Swords is that if you've been experiencing a lot of like conflicts, a lot of people are causing trouble in your life, right? Or just a lot of disputes and just crazy things, stress, whatever it is. You are moving. This is like one of the few cards in the Swords element that is a really good card, and you're getting this. So this is good omen that good things, blessings are coming your way. Things are going to resolve on its I don't know about on its own, but there is going to be a solution. Okay, maybe you'll think of a solution because this is a thoughts. So what is about, your thinking and like having epiphanies and stuff like that. So maybe you're going to come up with a solution to resolve all of the problems, or someone will give you an idea of how to resolve problems, having solutions to a problem, etc. This does talk about what you need to know right now is that maybe you should go for like, travel if you can. If you're watching this during like COVID time, then there are places that you probably can't travel to because they're being a little strict and all of that, but there are places that are opening up now. So if you can, or just within your own country or your own city, you can just go into the mountain. It doesn't even have to stay over, just do a little hiking, like a one-day trip or something like that, right? Or if you're watching this way past COVID, then none of those things will matter. So definitely maybe go on a trip if you can, right? To kind of find that peace again, to get away from crazy things, to really like rest. So, but I really do think what you need to know right now is that calm is going to be coming, peace is going to coming, solutions are coming, okay? That's fantastic. Or stress are fading away. All right, so what do you need to grow? What does pile number 1 need to grow right now? What does pile number 1 need to grow right now? This card just flew out. This is a major arcana card as well, inner strength. Number 11, this is, okay, yeah, this particular deck, number 11, this usually strength card is a number 8 card, but in this particular deck, or all of Radley Valentine's decks, he's doing the Thoth version where strength is number 11 and justice is number 8. So, doesn't matter. Inner strength, that means what you need to grow right now is persevere. Okay, have the courage, have the strength to stick to things, to keep going, because really solutions are in sight, are coming. This is a minor arcana, not a major arcana, so that means solutions could come in tomorrow for all I know, right? And the longest that you have to wait maybe is another 3 to 4 months at the most. Okay, 2-3 months, 3 to 4 months at the most is that you're going to probably start to get things clearing up, finding solutions, stress fading away, and all of that good things, right? So the most you have to just persevere a little bit longer. So what you need to grow right now is having that strength, persevere, right? Have the courage to keep going, to because if maybe you haven't seen a lot of like rewards or not seeing any like progress, or being stuck, right? Or having constantly someone nagging you and telling you like negative energy, being surrounded by those, but just have the strength to block those out, right? This is a learning lesson for you. This is something that you need to learn, and once you learn this, I think eventually this is also what I think too, because I was reading this book about this is a while ago, about like past lives and stuff like that. I mean, I'm still a little skeptical about it, but it was very, very interesting, right? I'm very, very curious, but it talks about like there are lessons in each of the lifetimes that you need to learn, and if you didn't learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn in that lifetime, that lesson is just going to keep repeating itself, and it'll get harder and harder and tougher, and you're just going to have to learn it somehow. Once you learn it, you will never have to deal with that again. And so if you feel like you've been going through some crazy hard stuff, it's a lesson that you have to overcome and learn. And then you never have to deal with it again, because you know how to deal with it after that, right? And then it will never become a problem for you. So have the strength to keep going, persevere. You're almost there. Okay. So now lastly, what do you need to let go? I do think that this is a major life lesson that you're supposed to learn, because it is a major arcana card. So of course it's not gonna, or this is also about patience as well. So maybe that's also what you need to grow, is your patience. So patience, strength, perseverance, courage is something that it's a major theme for you at the moment. You're not gonna have this like overnight, obviously. So, but it's something that you need to be on the path, or you need to learn, and it could take a year or a few years. But once you accomplish that or overcome this, or learn this, you're going to be that much amazing person, right? And you should be very proud of yourself. So now let's take a look at what you need to let go. Okay, what does pile number 2 need to let go right now? What does pile number 2 need to let go at the moment? Oh wow, this is so crazy. This is another major arcana card. This is about seeing clearly. This is number 12, the Handman energy. Both pile number 1 and 2, so far, what you need to learn, what you need to let go, are both major arcana cards. It's like a life lesson. That's your life lesson at the moment. The faster you finish, you learn this, the faster you can move on. But then what do you need to know right now are minor arcana. This is so interesting. I'm just curious about pile 3 and 4. But so far, 2 major arcana cards for what you need to know and what you need to let go, or what do you need to learn and let go. So let go is about Handman. So let go of like seeing things in a fixed perspective. You got to see things from various perspectives. Maybe see things from different sides, or maybe for some of you guys, okay, okay, this is the thing. This card came out kind of like this. So it could be upside down, it could be upright. So I feel like there is like a mixed group right here in pile number 2 of mixed messages. So this is going to be a 50-50%, and so take it how it resonates for you, right? So some of you guys need to stop seeing things in a fixed perspective. You've got to open up and see things from different perspective, and right, that's what you need to let go, is a fixed, narrow-minded idea of how certain things need to be. And also, sometimes you need to compromise a little bit, right? You need to see things from the other person's point of view. So that's for some of you guys. The other group is, so this is like the 2 extremes, okay? So the other group is where you are always sacrificing. You're always compromising. You never put yourself first. You never think about yourself, right? You always cater to other. You always try to think, you put yourself in other people's shoes, and then you get really soft. You get really like, you just like super understanding. And the thing is, people take advantage of that. They see that about you, and then they take advantage. So what you need to know, or need to let go, is being so accommodating, being so understanding. It's good to have that. It's good to have compassion, and it's good to relate to others, but you need to have boundaries, right? Certain things, if it's out of your say, like, don't go out of your way, right, to do certain things for other people. If it's like, okay, it doesn't take up too much of your time, money, energy, etc., yeah, why not? Just do it out of the kindness of your heart, because I do think good deeds will get rewarded in various ways. Being blessed and protected is also being rewarded in a way, right? It doesn't have to be a solid monetary stuff, but or having like really good friends around you, and being able to resolve things on its own. So that's like being rewarded too. But the thing is, like, if you're just really, really not taking care of yourself, then that's a little bit too much, right? So then you got to stop voluntarily sacrificing yourself, voluntarily having no boundaries at all, and being so accommodating. Okay, that you need to let go of that, because sometimes people don't appreciate that, right? People start to get really disrespectful because they treat you the way you treat yourself, right? We always hear about that. People treat you the way you treat yourself. So that's two really extreme groups. One that's always sacrificing, super understanding and compromising, and you gotta stop being so that. And then the other group is like being kind of stubborn, not willing to sacrifice, not willing to compromise and all of that. Then you probably should start to learn and be a little bit more compassionate. Okay. All right, so finally, any additional messages? We have 5 of emotions. This is interesting. 5 of cups. So additional messages is about like disappointments. This also, okay, says forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Look at that. So everyone can move forward. Forgive yourself, forgive others, let it go. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels for those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path of joy. So I feel for some reason this talks about grieving, and it just reminded me, for some of you might be, maybe you've lost a loved one, okay, in the recent months, or maybe within the last year or so, and you haven't been able to move on. And this is why this is a 6 of thought, is that you finally are able to move on, move past it. It's coming, but it slowly, but it's, you'll start, there's a progress, and you are on a progress, and things are going to get better for you, but you're still in this kind of grieving, suffering, energy maybe right now, right? So, but you have the inner strength. That's something that you need to grow, right? To be able to overcome a lot of the horrible things in life. It's just life, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So 5 of emotion, 5 of cups is about like disappointment, and grieving, and not seeing the lighter side of things. So I think that's in another advice for you, is that stop seeing what you've lost, see what you've gained. Okay, there's still wonderful people around you, there's still supportive people around you. Go look for those people, right? Go to those people and let them help you as well if you do need them. All right, so that's what I see for pile number 2. This is the messages from the angels or the universe, and I hope this helps a little bit. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Alrighty, if you chose pile number 3, this is the angel messages for you, or the universe's message for you. Okay, so what do you need to know right now? What does pile number 3 need to know right now? We have the King of Water. Very nice. So it says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. On the bottom it says open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Charity work. So what do you need to know right now? Charity work stands out for me. I've always, in my channel, I'm constantly kind of talking about that. I really do believe in charity work, volunteering your time. If you don't have time, then donate if you can, money. If you don't have money, then donate your time. So it says open up your heart and mind. And I mean, King of Water is a very emotional, stable, but very, very passionate, compassionate person. But they kind of like really high EQ, right? So what you need to know right now is that I think you're gaining this ability to control your emotions. I think you're still a very passionate person, but now you're finally rising above the situation where you are able to control your feeling a little bit more, a little bit better, and like your EQ, your emotional quotient, right? Is becoming higher and higher. You don't get angry as much. You don't let other people bother you as much. You do what you think is right and you move on. So that's a wonderful news for you. This is what you need to know right now. Or that there's also trustworthy and heartfelt advice. And so I believe that you're also surrounded by people who are very keen of water energy. This is kind of the thing. I think likes attracts likes. Like attracts like. So if you are embodying this energy, I think you are attracting people of the similar energy to you. The level might vary, right? Some of them might be higher than you, like even more king of water energy. Some are getting there, but in general, it's the same group of like people. So I think you're being very well supported. You are surrounded by a bunch of people that are able to give you really trustworthy and good advice. So if you need advice right now, go to those people. I think you will be able to get them, and I don't think they'll be judgmental at all. Okay, they won't be judgy. They are going to tell you what you need to hear and completely honest. So if you could take honest, right, straightforward advice, that is, but right, don't get offended or feel personally attacked or something like that. And it says open your heart and mind to those around you too. So maybe this is the thing about like king of water. The king is the highest energy or court card, right, that possible in the suit. So that maybe you do think in sometimes that you know it all, you've learned it all, you've experienced it all. But the thing is, like, there's always people that experience a little bit more than you, having a little bit more knowledge than you and stuff like that. So be open to it and just listen to their advice and see if you want to take it or not. Right? It's still, at the end of the day, it's still up to you if you want to follow certain advice, certain takes on things. So, but definitely, I think you're also being respected. People are very, you've gained respect of others. You've gained trust. So people are trusting you a lot. They believe you're a very trustworthy person, very cultured person, very intelligent person, right? They can come to you for advice as well. So that's that. Now, what do you need to grow? Okay, what do you need to grow? You're already like pretty high up there. What else do you need to grow, right? All right, we have one card that popped out. 4 of water. What do you need to grow? The area. 4 of waters is about, 4 of waters is 4 of cups. It's about, wow, there's a lot of water energy for you. It's about missing opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to possibilities. So what do you need to grow is that I think a lot of the times you might be a little bit stubborn, because over here we have the King of Water. Yeah, you are very, I think you've probably achieved certain status, right? But the thing is, like, sometimes maybe, so that's why you're like, oh, certain things you're like, I don't want to take it, I don't want to do it. Maybe you're a little bit stubborn because you're like, nah, I don't like that. But the thing is, like, sometimes you never know until you try it, at least. So if you can, open yourself up to a lot of possibilities. See, over here it says, open your heart and soul or mind to those around you. So open up, don't be too stubborn. There's always something to be learned from every experience. So even if you think you've learned it all, there's always something else to learn too. So if there are opportunities rise, even if you think the opportunity doesn't look so enticing, it could still, you never know, right? You never know. So this is the area where you have to grow, you need to grow, is to jump on opportunities, take opportunities. Because a lot of the times I think maybe, first of all, it could be that you're a little passive. Okay, pile number 3, you might be a little passive in taking opportunities. Maybe you think a lot. Maybe you sometimes you do get a little bit emotional about certain things, right? You put a lot of like personal emotions into things, like, oh, I don't like it, I don't like this person, so I don't want to do it, right? Or I don't like, it doesn't look so interesting, I don't want to do it. But gotta open yourself up a little bit so that you never know. I just have to say that you never know. And this is what you need to know right now. So I think you're on the way there. But once you get there, I think this is the thing. You don't want to become kind of, I don't know, big-headed or something. Is that a term we use? That, or egotistical, where you kind of like reject a lot of opportunities, right? You think you're a lot better than other people, maybe. Secretly, right? Secretly you think you're better than others. But you know, you could still feel that way. No judgment at all. But still allow other people to present themselves, prove themselves to you, prove the opportunities worth a try. So don't like push opportunities away. That's what I think. But then, you know, this is the thing. This is a pretty minor card. It's a minor arcana card. And so I don't feel like it's more like temporary. It's kind of temporary, where there might be opportunities coming up for you within maybe the next 3-4 months. And the opportunity is not going to look so amazing. And so you are going to kind of either overlooked it or just didn't jump on the thing. And then the thing is, this is something that could happen, is that you missed the opportunity or you rejected the opportunity, right? And then something great happened and you're like, oh my God, I was being offered that and I didn't take it. And you're going to be kind of maybe sulking over it, and you're going to be like thinking about it, and then an opportunity arises and you kind of miss it again because you've been thinking about this previous thing and you didn't open your heart to other possible things. You're like, that was such a better thing. If you missed it, you missed it. It's okay. Just keep going, move on, so that you are ready and prepared for the next opportunities when it does rise, right? So just kind of like that this is a temporary thing that you probably need to learn, and you need to learn to jump on opportunities and not let it pass. If it doesn't work, you can always quit, right? Or you can always like, I don't want to do it anymore. So what do you need to let go? Whoa. I guess you need to let go a lot of things. Just kidding. The card just flew all over the place. All right, so what does pile number 3 need to let go? What does pile number 3 need to let go? What does pile number 3 need to let go? Oh my gosh. 10 of Waters. You have a lot of water energy. I swear, this is crazy. Okay, so what do you need to let go is 10 of Waters. I think you're being too comfy in where you are right now, because 10 of Waters is about happiness, being kind of stable, having everything you needed. In fact, I think you probably do have everything you needed. That's why you're like, a really good opportunity comes, you're like, I don't really want it, just because I feel good where I am right now. I don't want to take on new opportunities. But you got to take on new opportunities. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, this is what you need to learn too. Maybe to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Try something new. Okay, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But try it at least, right? And then 10 of water is about get out. What do you need to let go? Is you gotta let go of being so stable. The thing is, like, I think pile number 3 again, you're on your way to being this king of water, which is very emotional, stable, high EQ, very happy, feel really fulfilled, which is amazing. But what you need to let go is that sense of fulfillment. Need to drop it just a little bit so that you have more motivation to keep going, to keep pursuing things. Because I feel like, look at all these energy right here. You're just feeling so content where you are right now and what you have right now, that I think you're losing a little bit of motivation. You're losing a lot of, like, maybe passion about things. You're just like, I like, where I am right now. I like how things are. So you kind of lost that sense of being that aggressiveness, right? You're just kind of passive and accepting of things how they are, and etc., and just letting things play out, which is fine. Going with the flow. This is a very going with the flow energy. But if you want to achieve a little bit greater, better things in life, maybe you gotta find that passion again. Bring that passion back. So, with that said, I'm gonna pick out one more card, your advice card, or any additional messages for you, because I really do sense, like, look at all these water energy. I'd be surprised I won't be very surprised if additional messages is another water sign, water card, or a wands card. Any additional messages for pile number 3? Additional messages for pile number 3. Ha! Look at this. This is what I'm telling you. I was like, yep, additional messages. I feel like there's gonna be a wands card. You gotta get that confidence, or not confidence, you gotta get that passion back out. And this is the funny thing, because it's a queen of fire. It's not like a king of fire or like a knight of fire or any other fire cards or wands card, but a queen of fire. The queen still has that water energy, so you still want to embody the water energy, being emotionally fulfilled, emotionally content, being very understanding, being very compassionate of others, being very understanding of others. But at the same time, you got to be slightly more aggressive. Okay, you got to be a little more actiony, so that you can maybe find a new reason to keep going, to move on with life and stuff like that. Not that you're not content with life right now. I think you're absolutely 100% content with whatever you're having right now, which is great. But it might seem a little boring for you, or eventually you're going to feel a little bored. Because over here, 4 of waters, 4 of cups, what you need to grow is, 4 of cups is about boredom, being bored. So what you need to grow is get rid of this, like, boredom energy. Okay, so bring that fire back in you. I know it's there, but you kind of forgot about it. So bring it back. Okay, bring it back. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Okay, assert your independence and creativity. So this is really what I feel is that fly. Okay, don't just, if you're a bird, and I feel like you kind of clip your wings and just content with where you are right now, but your wings are not clipped. You think it's clipped, but it's not. So you can definitely soar. Okay, the sky is the limit. So that's what I feel for pile number 3. I think it's a great energy right now, but your life might seem a little boring. You probably even sense it a little bit, but you're telling yourself, like, I'm okay with that. I like it. I like that stability, but deep down inside, it's not enough. Okay. All right. So this is find that passion back, pile number 3. So this is what I see for pile number 3. And if this resonated for you, leave in the comment section below. Share it with me, anything that you want to share. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and or my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, last but not least, we have pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. So what does pile number 4 need to hear right now? What does pile number 4 need to hear right now? I have to shuffle it this way because the card is too big for my hands. All right, so for pile number 4, what do they need to know right now? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the Hermit card. So what do you need to know right now is, oh my God, this is crazy energy. Okay, this flipped out. This is the first card that flipped out. And then another card kind of dropped right after this card, like popped out. And look at this. This is 4 of Swords. Okay, 4 of Swords card. And if you're familiar with this deck, on the bottom it has this other number, which is what it corresponds to the Major Arcana card. And it's a number 9, 1, 6. Look at this. Or 1x. It's the same energy. This is crazy. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna take this since it's the same thing. It might have like, look, it's RZ, which is the angel corresponding to this card. So this is the same energy. This is crazy energy. Okay. For pile number 4, what you need to know right now, right at this moment, is that you're gaining a lot of wisdom. You are probably going within. Okay, this is so this is what I think. You've been doing this for a while now. I don't feel like this is an energy that you're going into. I feel like you've been on this path for some time already, and this is a Major Arcana card. I mean, the Minor Arcana reflects the Major Arcana card, so it's the same. So you've been on this path for, I don't know, maybe a few months or even several years already. Could be as long as that. And then maybe it's going to keep going, but I think you've already gained a lot of wisdom. You've got to gain a lot of knowledge, a lot of I think you're on this path. You feel like you've been alone. Nobody understands you. You're just kind of on this path alone, searching, strengthening up your inner strength, spirituality, whatever it is. I think you're on a spiritual path. You are on a self-discovery path. You are maybe even on a path of just a really hard road. It could be even business or something like that, career-wise. You're chasing something that everybody's against you, and so you kind of feel alone, right? And if you've been doing this for a very long time, and I think you're being very diligent, and you are persevering. Okay, it is a number 9 card, and then the next card is 10, or that means it's 1. It's at the end of its cycle as well. The Hermit is also at the end of a cycle too. So I think what you need to know is that there is a new thing coming in for you. I think new energy is going to come in within maybe within the next year or so, because it's a Major Arcana card. So I don't know how long you want to keep going at this, because it could stretch out for another few years, right? But it could be as quickly as like another year that you're like, all right, I'm ready to get out of this solitary mode, or I'm ready to kind of like not stopping where you are or giving up, but you're opening up for new advices, other paths, right? Maybe you've already finished this one path, you're ready for another path and a new journey type of thing. Okay, learning new things, new knowledge about something else. So look, this is like time spent in peaceful meditation, meaningful solitude, shine your light as an example to others, seek out or becoming a spiritual mentor, self-discovery. So I think you probably also, you are becoming a mentor for other people. If you haven't already, maybe it's time for you to share your knowledge a little bit. But see, this is the thing, this is what you need to know right now. So we'll see what comes out with what you need to grow and expand, because it could be about you need to start sharing, you need to start spreading what you learn. But this is what you know right now, is that you've reached, like, I would say, if I'm gonna make it really like make an analogy of it, is that you've already got your PhD, okay? Your doctor's degree on self-discovery, or whatever this path that you've been on, because it could be on a business career path or spiritual path, right? So now, what do you need to grow? What does pile number 4 need to grow right now? What does pile number 4 need to grow right now? What does pile number 4 need to grow right now? What does pile number 4 need to grow right now? Okay, I'm going to take this. This is 10 of Cups. Interesting. All right. I forgot to mention about the 4 of Swords right here, because it's also about, get more sleep, mental exhaustion, okay, and then taking a rest as well. So I think you've been on this journey, this solitary journey, for a long while, this mental journey, this knowledge seeking journey, whatever it is. I think maybe it is time. Also, what you need to know is to take a little bit of a rest. Like I was saying, I think there's going to be new opportunities coming in for you. You're ready for another like new challenge, new journey, because the number 9 is at the end of you're at the end of a cycle as well. That so I think maybe you've been thinking a lot, your mind is constantly churning, and so let it rest a little bit, stop thinking so much now. New things will come to you, but right now what's important for you is not just seeking the wisdom and being solitary and like going within, but also like rest and sleep. I think sleep is so important. So now, the area that you need to grow, which is the 10 of Cups, which is about, I do feel like this card does, because this is about family. This is about family. And I think it does not just, does not limit to blood related family. I think we're all family, right? We're all connected in some way, and this is like it could be about like public as well, or people who share similar beliefs as you, right? Or they believe the same thing as you, but maybe they haven't quite get to where you are right now. So maybe you want to share your experiences, your thoughts to them like a family, and also maybe what you need to grow is a family. Stop being solitary now. You got to expand your circle now. Okay, start to find other people who share similar interests, share similar beliefs as you. It could be literally about getting married, because this is about a marriage card as well, because you've been spending so much time alone. You are getting too comfortable being alone, and maybe you need to get back into society and associate yourself with other people. But it could also literally mean it's time for you to go and look for a life partner, if that's something that is meant for you, I guess, or that's something maybe in your agenda eventually. So I think you should maybe get started on it, right? This is what you need to grow. So it could be literally growing a family, right? Building a family with someone, Or it could be about building your soul tribe, building your network of people where you guys share similar ideas and you guys can support each other and have like a support system, someone to go to when you need to, or have someone to come to you when they need it. Right? And I don't feel like anyone is better than the other person, because this is a family. Everybody's equal. Even if you are really high up there, but I think you're going to treat, this is like very low key, right? type of energy. You don't believe that you're better than anyone else. You believe that everybody's equal, but what you need to know or need to grow is grow a family where everyone is equal. You can always go to each other for support and comfort, and vice versa. So that's what you need to grow. Relationships with other people. Now you want to share your knowledge to people who believe in the same beliefs as you, right? So now what do you need to let go? King of Pentacles. This is interesting. This is what you need to let go, is this King of Pentacles energy. King of Pentacles is very grounded, very it says like, see, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded, right? Great success, financial security, prosperity, Midas touch, and everything turning out beautifully, and supportive parent and spouse, good person to work for, all of that. But what do you need to let go is being so practical, so grounded. Right? Look at this. This is like the air energy right now. This is what you're, right? The Hermit is about knowledge, communication, seeking things, researching, and all of that. And then the Pentacles, this is the air energy. The Hermit is the earth energy. This is another earth energy. So you've already embodied a lot of air and earth energy. So that's why over here is this, what you need to grow and expand is your emotional capacity now, right? Your ability to relate to other people, to support other people, to and also have other come to you for support and all of that. And also share your emotions with others instead of like kind of keeping everything to yourself. Because I think pile number 4, you are the kind of person that you don't like to, you're kind of private, you don't like to share a lot of things, things good and bad. You just keep everything to yourself, and I don't know if that's a healthy thing. Sometimes we need a channel where we can release things, whether it's happy or sad, right? So that's what you need to grow right now. And so what you need to let go is all of these like super heavy pentacle energy, which is this earth energy. You got to be a little bit more free, right? And be a little less practical, which is usually the opposite what we want people. We're like, be more grounded, be more practical, right? And you guys is that you have so much of this energy that you got to let go a little bit, okay? Loosen up a little bit. Be a little more free-spirited, okay? This is what you need to let go, is don't always think about, is this going to be practical? Is this going to help me for something? Or, you know, all of that. You got to be a little free. Let go a little bit of the stubborn energy, or this earth element energy, right? Being so grounded, so practical, so controlling, like everything is under control, right? You got to let it go. Be a little crazy sometime. Go out of your comfort zone sometimes, right? Share your knowledge with people sometimes. Be a little bit more talkative. I feel like you guys are probably the quiet type. You're very observant and very, very smart, very, very intelligent, but you keep it to yourself. You got to share it. You got to let loose, maybe drink a little bit if you are not a drinker. I don't know, drinking is just one of the suggestions, okay? Whatever that helps you relax, okay? You gotta relax a little bit, come on. That's the message for pile number 4 is you gotta relax and let loose a little, okay? I think you're probably really uptight. You're probably a very perfectionist, okay? So you got to let go a little bit. Maybe you're a little OCD on things. Gotta loosen up. So any additional messages for pile number 4? Additional messages for pile number 4. We got, see, additional messages. This is Page of Cups. Being sensitive, open-hearted, go back, embrace that childishness again, because you got to let go of the king energy. This is kind of interesting. Any additional messages? You got the page, so go back to that child energy. I think look at this, the hermit and the king, both of them are like this super old spirit, right? Old soul type of energy. You might be super young, but you act like you're 100 years old, okay? Go back to being a child. Go back to being this happy, not that you're not happy, but just like this carefree mode. This is what I meant. Like carefree, not think so much. Sometimes you don't have to have a plan, okay? You don't always have to have a plan. Sometimes just go with the flow a little bit. Your guys are the complete opposite of pile number 3. Pile number 3 is way too going with the flow and way water energy, okay? They're really content with where they are right now, and they're just like, I'm good with where I am. But for you guys, it's got to go with the flow, be more carefree and not think too much. Like plan, you have to follow the plan all the time, like being a careful planner. Sometimes just don't have a plan and see where it leads you. You might get surprised, right? So I think that's what it is. And also any additional messages for pile number 4 is that Page of Cups is a great energy. And then you got the 10 of Cups. This is all marriage card, okay? So for pile number 4, I do believe there's an additional message for you, is that there might be love coming in for you. See, all of the other piles, I don't feel this energy, but for pile number 4, that's additional message that I just got, where I think if you guys are not married, then there is somebody coming in for you. So you got to go, not be so controlling. You got to go with the flow a little bit, okay? Let loose a little and not be so serious. When love comes, you cannot deal with it rationally, okay? You got to go a little crazy. You got to be a little cuckoo sometimes, right? That's why the expression head over heels. Right? So you got to be a little bit like that, so that you can let things happen instead of being so in your head or practical, right? Plan. Let your heart lead a little bit. And I think this is except for what you need to know right now, which is the major arcana cards, the rest of them are all minor arcana card. So I think a lot of these are coming soon for you, within like the next 3-4 months or so. Within I would say the longest, maybe the 6 months, okay? Short could be tomorrow, right? Because this is minor arcana, so could be a love offering coming in for you, and it could lead to marriage, seriously, right? Or companionship. Relationship of some sort, long-term relationship. So you got to let go, let loose a little, so that you can allow things to come in naturally, and then you go with the flow and see what happens. So there is going to be some kind of an opportunities, especially love opportunities coming in for you, really. Yeah, that's it. That's what I see for pile number 4, and I hope this helps, and I hope this is an amazing message for you. Oh, by the way, if you are married, okay, because that was more for singles, but if you are married, then you gotta let loose, okay? Rekindle that romantic, be a little more romantic, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Be a little bit more romantic. Okay. Go on a trip or something. I don't know. Go somewhere where there's water, so you can let go of that earth energy a little bit and embrace the emotional side of things a little more. Okay, be a little romantic and do something romantic to your partner. All right, so that's it for pile number 4 for real this time. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.